Hello students, welcome back to the class. So the last class we have discussed about introductions and the main introduction of regionalism. In the last class we have discussed that India is a union of state. India contains nearly 28 states and 6 union territories we have. Okay, at present the number of states have been increased to more than 13. Our national capital is Delhi. Delhi is also one of the union territory. At present we have 7 union territories. In that 7 union territories, Delhi is the one of the union territory which is the capital of India. Now Indian constitution has provided that we have single citizenship and single constitution. So whole the country of India is following only one constitution. We have only one constitution. Okay, we have single constitution, and one more is we have single citizenship. Single citizenship means whatever the parts we are living in the country, we have no state citizenship. We have only central citizenship. Means whatever the states you belongs, you never be called as state citizenship. You will be considered as only central citizenship only. You never be called as state citizenship. So this is, and that is Indian citizenship. You always will be treated as Indian citizenships only. Now if you see that the concept, now in the last class we have discussed about one more point, that regionalism is nothing but a particular regions we can find whatever the particular territory which contains, or a particular regions are a part of region, or a particular territory a part of region where different variables operates in a different degree. A particular territories where different variables you can find different variables in the form of different degree, like different culture, different custom, different traditions, different languages. Okay, when everything is different in that particular region, then we can say that is called as region. Regionalism means when you are getting a sentiment, a common way of living, a common way of doing, a feeling of togetherness. These types of sentiment is called as regionalism. Whenever if you are finding these types of sentiment, common way of living, common way of doing, so these types of sentiment and feeling of togetherness, that is called as regionalism. Now concept of regionalism we will discuss. The concept of regionalism can be understood in the form of two aspects. One is positive aspects and one is called as negative aspects of regionalism. Now when you are talking about the positive aspects of regionalisms are mainly endorsing socio-economic development and political interest. The main aim of positive aspects of regionalism is to develop the regional development. Okay, so mainly the positive aspects of regionalism, whenever the movement are mainly started. Okay, so the one important movement and the positive aspects of regionalism is, one is socio-economic progress, and that will be in the political interest, and the aim is regional development. That is the positive aspects of regionalism. On the other hand, when you are seeing about the negative aspects of regionalism, negatively aspects of regionalisms can be understood by the national integrations which contain different regions, but they have conflicting interests. Every time they fights. Okay, whenever the interests are conflicts, whenever the interests are not favorable, when the interests are conflicting in nature, that is called as negative aspects of regionalism. Whenever here if you see that here in the positive aspects of regionalism, that is favorable to political interest, but in the negative aspects of regionalism, that is having a conflicting interest. That is difference between positive aspects of regionalism and negative aspects of regionalism. India experienced tendencies, and this regionalism was started. This is not a new concept now. This was already started during the British period and during the post-independent period. Britishers are mainly responsible for creating the regionalism feelings. And they divided the regions into two parts, like West Bengal. When the Britishers were ruling 1906, they divided Bengal into two parts. Bengal was divided into two parts. That is also based upon regionalism. So this is not a new concept which arises today. Actually, this was prevalent since from the long back years. During the period of British rule, we can find this regionalism concept. So what we have now, once again, we have discussed in this point, we are going for already in the last class we have discussed about some introduction concept of regionalism. Now we are moving forward to the concept of regionalism. What are the various concepts of regionalism? But before going to the concept of regionalism, we will discuss about what are the introduction point we have discussed in the last class. India is a union of states which contain 28 states and nearly 6 union territories. In these union territories, the capital of India, Delhi, is also one of the union territory of India. Out of 6 union territory, one of the union territory is Delhi, which is the capital of India. Constitution has provided us single constitutions and single citizenship. Single constitution means we have only one constitution which was implemented in all the parts of the country. So that is called a single constitution. Single citizenship means whatever the parts we are living, we will be considered as citizenship of India only. Okay, whatever the parts we are living, we are considered as citizenship of India. That is called a single citizenship. We have no state citizenship, we have only one citizenship, and that is central citizenship. So that is called a single citizenship. Now if you see, the concept of regionalism can be understood in the form of two concepts. One is called as positive aspects and one is called negative aspects of regionalism. Positive aspects of regionalism can be able to understand, okay, and by the growth of socio-economic and political interest, and the main aim of positive aspects of regionalism is regional development. Okay, this is the main aim of positive aspects of regionalism. But on the other hand, when you are seeing the negative aspects of regionalism, that is mainly because of national integration. We have national integration means different groups of people, different types of people, different peoples who speaks in different languages are living in one country. So normally when different national integrations and different regions are living, so when they have conflicting nature, so whenever some group of people have conflicting nature, then that is called as negative aspects of regionalism. Interest should be in favor to the political interest, but if it is conflicting interest, then that is negative aspects of regionalism. Now India experienced this tendency during the British period. This regionalism is not only a new concept, since from the British period we have seen the tendency of regionalism, okay, during the British period and post-independent period. Regions means we have discussed in the last class that S.R. Maheshwari, what she have discussed, that a particular territory as a region, if a territory which contain different variables, the particular territories which are following a different variables with a different degree, different aspects of degree, then that is called as regionalism. So in the particular territory, if you find different culture, different religion, different caste, so then that is called as region, then that is a particular region. Whenever if you are feeling a togetherness, when you are finding a common way of life, common way of doing the things, then that is called as regionalism. So children, this is our topic. We have completed about the concept of regionalism. In this point we have discussed that there are the two concepts, positive and negative concept. Positive concept of regionalism are favorable to the political interest and always leads for the development of the country. Negative aspects of regionalism is not favorable, and sometimes they have a conflicting interest, and sometimes every time the country falls. Positive aspects of regionalism leads for the development of the country. Negative aspects of regionalism make the country to fall. This is the two differences between the two aspects of regionalism. Okay, we will meet you in the next class, children, with a new topic. Thank you very much.